Hey everyone, in this video we'll be taking a look at the new tank WZ-141 second prototype that will be released this Tuesday, as well as also going over a list of tanks that will be available either for silver only, such as Tehran, or tanks that can be purchased with either free XP or gold, such as Tier 10 T95E6. So let's get started with this tank first. This tank has dual recoilless guns, same as Ontos, but both can fire once, then you have to reload again. Also features dual ATGMs, as well as the tank has siege mode mechanics. So a lot of features in this tank, but let's take a look at the stats here. Pretty standard silver bonus of 60, tank XP bonus of 10, and commander 15%. Hit point is 2300, same as ELC, which suggests it is a top tier tank destroyer for Era 2. Power to weight of 22.26, slightly less than Weasel, engine power 138. So essentially the tank will not have any weight. It will be a light tank, and if you can get rammed, or if you get rammed, you might lose all your health. So this is a guess, but based on the horsepower, it does seem very light tank. Same as ELC. And you can lose that all your health if you get rammed by a heavier tank. Speed limit of 80 when you are in drive mode, and 25 in your siege mode, similar with the reverse. Reverse speed of 30 when you're drive mode, and 25 when in siege. So reverse not really much of an issue when you are in drive or siege, but it is the forward speed. Hull traverse of 44 degrees, turret traverse of 36 degrees. You got 12 degrees of gun depression and 19 degrees of gun elevation in siege mode, and 7 degrees of less depression and elevation while in drive mode. Takes 1.2 seconds to enter siege mode and 1 second to enter drive mode. Looking at the stats of 105mm recoilless rifles, 400 penetration on heat and 230 on AT, 470 and 640 alpha respectively, aim time of 1.5, accuracy 0.2, pretty solid accuracy and aim time. However, the shell does have low shell velocity. Takes 17 seconds to reload with 3 seconds of interclip. So it seems pretty balanced because the tank does have dual ATGM as well. Looking at the ATGM stats, 850 damage and a reload time of 38 seconds with 2 shots per clip and a 12 seconds of interclip. And the tank carries 10 ATGM rounds. As I said, the tank has siege mode, dual primary weapon, and dual ATGMs, but the DPM of the primary weapon is balanced with the shells being heat and AT and slow shell velocity, and the secondary weapon is balanced. It doesn't have the crazy high damage like 1200, 1100. It has only 850, which is still respectable enough that makes the tank balanced, but still not as bad or broken. And I don't feel in Era 2 any ATGM should have higher damage than, let's say, 900 either. You still have that crazy module damage, so still can wreck people. Tank has 510 view range. Even though it's a TD and it's a siege mode TD, you do have rotating turret, so you won't be stuck awkward like tank like Wolverine. You still be able to rotate your gun and do damage, and won't be helpless if you get tracked. The tank does not have any armor either, and which was kind of evident from the horsepower, right? It is pretty light, and usually light tanks do not have much armor. Otherwise, they will be super slow or not move at all. But I do expect, even though camo isn't mentioned, I expect this tank to have a proxy range camo like other TDs, or very, very good camo. We will know that on Monday or Tuesday when the stats are fully released or the tank is in the game. But I do expect this tank to have a proxy range 35 meters of concealment, fully equipped. And I think it's a balanced tank. We will have a full replay as well as a review when the tank is released to see how it actually feels. But so far, it looks balanced. But at the same time, we have tanks like Brad's that was given away essentially for free, Weasel, Monster Jagger, Gao, that can just shred this tank very easily if it's got out in an awkward position because it doesn't have any armor. and it seems big. It is not a small tank that can just hide. Seems like a big enough tank, or similar to like VAD's height, that can get clipped easily. But it is fast. Will have good camo, so you kind of have to play accordingly. I don't think it'll break that too, like some other vehicles when they're released. So it is safe to say it is a balanced tank. It will, if anything, considering how the meta will be next week, you might struggle to do same damage as you can in other top tier tanks such as light tanks or even heavies or other tanks with missiles, because it doesn't fire AP or APCR like a bagel or something else. That the heat and AT is very unreliable. The tank will be available from February 18th to March 18th for 4 weeks, and it will be available in 3 bundles. The Ultimate, where you get the tank, 3 equipment, Premium Time, and Commander and Vehicle Boosters. It is available at 30% discount at 13k gold. Then you have the Loaded bundle where you don't get the equipment, but essentially everything else is the Ultimate bundle, and it is available at 25% discount with 11.5 gold. And then we have the base version. That's the one I usually recommend if you have to buy it. It is available at a 25% discount, and you can get the tank, only the tank, no extra stuff like equipment or boosters, for 8,500 gold. If you are planning to buy it, base is probably the best choice, as silver is very easily earnable in the game. So now moving on to the list of tanks, full list of tanks that will be available for gold or free XP. At tier 5, we have PZT-25, 105 LEF H18B2, the artillery. For tier 6, we have Super Chefy, AC Experimental. For tier 7, Super Hellcat, KV-122. For tier 8, Yazi, T26E5. For tier 9, KPZ-50. For tier 10, Object 268V5. And 114 SP2, along with T95E6. For Era 3, the tanks will be MBT-70, M60AX, and then WZ-11166 for Era 1. These are the tanks that can be purchased with free XP or gold. And then we have some tanks that will only be available for silver. That is SU-152 Tehran, Object 907, T58 Heavy, or 100 million silver. 2 tier 9s, Concept 1B, Object 752 for 75 million. And then we have 3 Era 2 tanks, T55A, M60A1 Rise, and AMX-30B2 Farad for 50 million, and these are Era 2 tanks. These were the only tanks named that were released in the Friday stream. However, there could be additional tanks. But if you are still deciding to buy the tank this week, for example, some tier 8s that are on sale, even they are available for 50 million, you might want to reconsider if there are other tanks that you want more, because still it's not a cheap amount of silver that you can earn quickly. So you might only have an option to buy 1 or 2. So be careful. See what you want for silver if you are planning to get any. Yeah, maybe you missed the Tehran the first time, or T58 or 907. So that's it for this video. Do let me know if you're looking forward to this tank destroyer WZ-141, or if you're planning to buy any tanks for free XP or silver. Do let me know in comments. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.